Okay, let's do some PvP. I'm on an 18 game win streak, 80% win rate. And I upgraded her with my Eclipse runs that I did earlier today, which I posted those videos on YouTube. I did 5 entries just to get it out of the way. Got her to 16. So, let's see here. Hopefully we can get a lot more wins. Oh, wrong one. Are those the same? I need to fix that. Okay. So everyone is good to go. Let me make sure. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Keep that win rate going. Yeah, okay, here we go. Who do we have? Oh, I hate this guy's Tanya. Oh, fuck. Fuck. This guy's incredible in League of Honor, though. I didn't even see if he was running Radiance or not. Him and I were practicing for the tournament coming up next weekend with one another, with the stat sticks and no unique weapons, no UTs, all that stuff. So that was fun. He is running DK now. Wow, am I inspiring people? I don't know. But I like his name, although he spelled Baggins wrong. It's B-A, but maybe that wasn't what he was going for. He's probably trying to be punny. So we're at 20 games in a row. Can I plow through to top 3 again? I'm not going to recharge any entries. That was the whole goal this week. See, that's weird. It took that guy's name, but it shows him as offline. Most of the time it just does a random name, like a randomly generated name. So it's like, was he on and then he dropped off? When it had already done the matchmaking? I have no idea. Maybe that will be who comes here. It'll probably be Frost again, though, yeah. Huh. Now he is running a different team. He's running Gao and he's running old man Ricardo. Well, there's top 3, 21 in a row. Ricardo is for M damage. Oh, there, now he's online. That was weird. It was like it showed him offline and then he was online. So, lots of human players though right now. I try to go on around 4 o'clock Eastern time because there seems to be more humans. And that gives me more points and all that good stuff. So, makes my entries worth more. Since I'm not doing any recharges. I think this is the highest I can go because I think the other two guys boosted over like 11,000 something points. 11,800 or something, I think Clive recharged over into. I mean, that's how he maintains top, number one. He just does tons of recharges. The thing is oftentimes when I'm on and I've beaten people more than once in the same thing, sometimes they'll go and try to rechange their teams up like you saw Frost did, but most of the time they just drop off and then I end up just playing against comps for my last like 5 or 6 runs, which kind of sucks, but whatever. At least I got a few teams against humans and maybe someone else will come on. As long as it's not Clive, he's like the only one I can't beat. I could try not winning as fast. Maybe? Yeah. Don't want to take any chances. Sometimes these computer teams can end up coming back to get you. So, and then I end up losing even more points than I do losing to a human. It's like you lose more points when you lose against a computer, so they're like, you shouldn't be losing against a computer. Oh, how the hell did I get to number 2? Hey, doggy man. What's up, little nacho butt? Where's your brother Taco Man? Where's the Taco Man? Where's the Taco Man? Your breath smells like goldfish. Did you steal some goldfish from your sissy? Huh? Where you going, nacho butt? What do you call a butt that's not yours? Nacho butt. Friggin' Leo. Well, that's crazy that I got to number 2 without doing any recharges this week. I'm very happy about that. I've just been diligent about making sure I don't let any of my charges run over. So I try to get on every 5 hours. The only time I lose entries is when I'm sleeping at night. So, which I haven't been getting a ton of sleep lately, so I've been able to stay on top of my entries pretty good. So, Bilbo Baggins. Freaking love the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies and the books. Can't wait till those things release in 4K. They're going to look glorious. Well, the Hobbit movies I think are in 4K, but the Lord of the Rings aren't. When those things are remastered, it's going to be awesome. Wow. Put a little emoji, a sad face. He almost went down with one swipe. I cannot believe what this guy is going to do when he's A2. That's going to be maniacal. That, I think, is going to be the thing that enables me to finally beat Clive, though. At which point he's still going to be number 1 because he just recharges like probably 6,000 or 7,000 rubies worth of entries every week. I mean, last week I did 4,000 or 5,000 trying to get my team perfected, so I get it. Oh, good, he can do 6, so that's encouraging. I think that was my last one. Yep. So we'll take number 2, 10,801. Very happy with that, and hopefully this will encourage you. I'm going to do another quick gear breakdown here as well, so you can see what it is I'm running and kind of like my counters and how I do this stuff. So when you're creating your teams, you can do something similar even if your gear is lower. It should, oh, look at that, 32 game win streak. That's fantastic. So let's take a look here. So basically, I'm running a helm on him, which does suck because he loses a lot of his attack, but only after he's been hit 3 times. So usually he can fire off this S1 right here because it's only 5 stacks, and it only costs 5 whatever to fire it off. And I'm giving him 10 out of the gate, and then I'm increasing it by 10. So he only has to get 5 stacks, which he gets pretty quick. So as long as he fires it off before he gets hit 3 times, we're good. But even if it doesn't, it's still doing a dispel with this UT here. So this is the UT to run DK on, unless you're running against a lot of players running Radiance, which there are a lot of players running Radiance. And if you know they have Radiance, you're going to want to fire his S2 first. You're not going to fire that S1. You may not even fire his S1 at all. There's some players that run multiple Radiances. So that ends up being a knockback, mana drain, a whole host of things. Now it is getting nerfed. And I forget exactly how much it's getting nerfed and whatnot. But the bottom line is that could make it a little bit easier. And it could free up Juno's gear to not run Radiance and go back to the Soul Spring I had her on. So that she's firing her cleanse much more quickly in the event that there is a silence from either Leo or Cass or someone of that nature. So if you do face off against a Leo or a Cass or anyone else that silences, then you want to definitely maybe not fire off DK's S1 right out of the gate and wait for her cleanse to fire off if you're using Juno or whoever it is that is doing your cleansing. Maybe it's DOS, maybe it's Loman, maybe it's even Audi if you did that 5,000 mana recovery on attack that I was talking about and you're using his UT3 where it does a dispel, right? You can, if you're running him at 5,000 mana attack on recovery, you can do a cleanse within 1 second and give everyone full mana. So that's another option for you as well. But at the end of the day, if you're being silenced, don't fire off your big nuke, whoever it is, until you've done your cleanse. Which Juno, I mean, she's at decent mana attack on recovery. I was running her on this rune page. Oh, sorry. This actually, I took these 2 runes off here. So I had her at 1,200 there, and she was at over 2,200. But she's getting enough mana recovery typically where I can get that cleanse out and also give out another 150 crit. And that's the other thing. So when you're playing at these higher levels of Challenger, a lot of people are running very, very high crit resistance. I don't, but a lot of people do run high crit resistance. So you want to over crit. So like my Pans, for instance, she's going to have, 800 in her base there. And then she's getting another 400 from that for 1,200. And then she's getting another 500 between Juno when she fires her S1, which that's always been fired usually by the time Pans hits her S3, which is what I open with. And then she's getting 200 from that. And then Fallen Frey is bringing another 150. So I'm giving her a total of 900 additional crit for a total of 1,600 or 1,700, crit chance, which you need because a lot of these higher end players, they're running like 600 and 700 crit resistance. And if they have a mechanic on their team, they're lowering your crit chance by 150. So, which a lot of them do run mechanics as well, like Audi. So that's furthering the gap that you need to close. And Fallen Frey, obviously I have her on a bond. And I think I have a 0-star bond as well, but I don't want to put this up to 2 stars. I'd rather have that second bond available for League of Honor. And also, if I am going to upgrade this to 2 stars, I don't want to take any chances until I see our guild is doing great in Conquest, and fail it at a 50%. I'd rather 100% it, since Velk artifacts are the rarest in the game. So this here is, of course, amping DK even more. Her unique weapons amping DK even more. But, as far as the mechanics and the comp and everything like that, if this is the same team you want to use, go for it. I mean, I was up and in the higher echelons of Challenger before they were even on soul weapons. So, bottom line is they're still very viable players. You're not going to be up in the top 2 or 3 like me, but you could easily be in the top 50, top 75, as long as you're doing your entries regularly, excuse me, even if that's a 0-star and, that's not even a soul weapon, I mean, it's just this combo of DK and Fallen Fray and Juno, it's just a great nuke team. So anyway, hopefully y'all learned something, and we will talk to y'all soon.